I am Nino, producer and MC here in Logiclub. Like, all boys in all boys schools, we learned how to play the guitar first. We used to sing a lot of like Hail as well, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. It was a really weird transition into hip-hop because I was always like a writer by craft. I'm not gonna lie, the poetry thing, I first thought like, yo, I get chicks using poetry, right? Like, easy. But like anything I've ever done in life that started with wanting to be with a woman, it turns out I fall in love more with the craft than the woman in question. When Francis M. passed, God rest his soul, I just began searching all of his old material, which is mga kababayan ko, diba? And then that inspired me to say, hey man, like this guy who I had revered at this point used to sound like this. He wasn't as amazing as he was in his latter days. I was like, yo, I could probably try to do something like this. I was just lucky to live in a place where there were a lot of hip-hop heads. I met this guy named Datu, who is this like underground legend. If you ever hear this dude spit a freestyle, it's just the most amazing thing. And he kind of took me in and taught me like the finer points of writing hip-hop music. I was 14 then. The most important lesson actually that Datu taught me is if you listen to my music, you'll hear a lot of like movie references and nerdy stuff, but that's because that's who I am. But prior to that, I was trying to do all that fake gangster stuff, you know, coming from like me as a Konyo boy, and like it just didn't work, and that really got on my case for that. It was really bad. It was almost to the point that I was gonna get shot in my own village. Like, I'm not even joking. You know how hip-hop is. After that, I was just like, stay true to myself. It was more of me trying to prove to myself, I mean, later on, that this is really what I love to do. And, you know, growing up is a process of finding yourself. And I'm just really, like, blessed that at 23, I've already found what I want to do for the rest of my life. The producing came before the rapping. At that time, I was producing house and techno. And I was trying to get into that P-pop. Man, it was so bad. At that time, like, at a young age, you're looking for something to do. And me, before, with having a crappy computer at home, all I could really do was write and have FL Studio in there. So I was making that, you know, like dooks, 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 dooks. And then ever since then, it was just kind of a growth process. And now that I'm with Logiclub and everyone's weirdly using Ableton and not Logic, it got me into Ableton, and now like it's just a fun process, especially as an MC. Like, I make my own beats, therefore I feel like this is my art at its rawest form.
It's lyrically potent. It is one of the most curated in terms of just lyricism.
It's very smart, and I think that's something that people take for granted in hip-hop, how intelligent people's words are, because that's the bulk of it. The content is what makes it a really great song. And if you listen to his whole album, you wouldn't doubt what I just said. He's very honest. He will call you out on your shit. He's really hands-on. And I really admire that about musicians when they're hands-on, specific, and know what they want.
This might sound hella arrogant. I want to be your local favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And that's for real. I don't make my music for the general audience. I realize that now after a while of struggling with it. Like, at least on my end, I just want to be that guy na I don't necessarily want a lot of people to know about me, but the people who practice the same craft as I do would be like, yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that you should like strive for or to become, right? So, well, yun lang naman, at least on my end.